This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. What's going on, freaks? Yep, we're starting a new month now. I know we just had our big last day of the month, but every month is separate, so we've got this month is a new one. Just like every month is a new month. Okay. So we got 2 full DNA projects to fund. We already got 3,000 into it, and hopefully we can start building up again. All right. But like I say all the time, it's every single night. I know it gets fatiguing and all that, but it's the only way to make it happen. All right. Man, there's just so many things out there, that just I don't know what the word irritate me, or in the whole true crime world, it's just, I don't know, man. It's wild. I mean, first you've got, like, Adventures with Purpose is this great group of people that they find cars and they give answers to people. But, then they put out that video, and then all of a sudden they're doing this crazy, wild speculation on stuff that may or may not be true. And I just feel like they are above even. I mean, they are just it's outside of what they do. Okay, I don't know how other way to word it. It was pretty disappointing seeing them have this little guy that's like a car, like a roadside assistant, and who the hell knows when that guy saw anything, or what he even saw, and then it sort of was a theme throughout the thing. But overall, you got to support what they do. They're great, but man, they got to not get into the realm of trying to, like, we're gonna solve it too. It's weird. So you guys might not care at all, but to me, and also, not only that, the main guy, Jared, he went on a show that is so it's entertaining, but it doesn't have any credibility at all. I mean, it's a show where you've got somebody that has psychics on, wildly speculates every second. No, they didn't. True crime design. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about how do you know what somebody did? Did you forget about the? Who is this true crime design person? Oh, maybe. I guess maybe that, like, throughout the month, but you forgot about the part that YouTube takes, right? Let's see. What are these wackos that come in here? So that's probably not really true crime design there, but if it is, that's one of the channels. That's one of the disgusting YouTube channels that attacks and Kelsey over and over and over again. They are an embarrassment to mankind. They just don't know it. Okay? So you've got that. And then the Murder Sheet just put out a podcast, and they seem to be sort of critical of people who, do make content to get subs and views. Well, who doesn't want their channel to have more views and subs? You guys definitely do that, right? You put your logo on each of the documents. Doesn't bother me a bit. But let's not be hypocritical, okay? You guys are just like everybody else. your information, or the people that are trying to do it the right way. You're just like everybody else. You go out and get information, you put it out there, and you want your channel to grow and for people to get more subs and get more views. You don't do stuff to go, well, I hope I get way less views. It's when people make money off of crap like True Crime Design up there. She has an embarrassing channel that is absolutely disgusting, and I don't even care if that's a troll version of hers. The real channel is that way, and I'll even say it. It is horrendous. I mean, bullying victims of murder victim family members. If you guys are okay with that, man, there's something wrong with you. Yeah. But and then people, a lot of times people go, well, you're just jealous that they had the. I listen. I could make my channel one of those channels that just covered the same 4 shows a day, because I'm better at it than they are at coming up with angles and showing different things. I could sell anything to anybody in terms of a theory if I wanted to, but I don't do it that way. I think it's disgusting, and that's what these channels do. I mean, it's cool for them. I guess it's great that they build up their channel so quickly, over and over and over and over and over and over again with the same, but to me, it just makes me want to just quit. I just go, I don't even know what to do. You just look at it and you go, man, I'm not going to sell my soul to do it that way. So how do I get moving along? Because when you do a show at night, and I'm doing a show tonight about cases nobody even talks about, then all of a sudden, right across the room over here, you got the Dylan Rounds and more. Kylie Rodney. Was her car really down there, or was it an alien spacecraft? It's just sick shit, And I think people should really start looking at it. Why is there still a video tonight on Kylie Rodney? Why is there one tomorrow? Why would there be any until the report is released at this point? It's so they can get 2,000 people watching, get the subs on a nightly basis. It's just, I don't know, man. It's unreal. It's unreal. So, let's see. Reaction to all the gobbledygook out there, Gray. It does. It feels absolutely deflating. My channel's done decently, but I got like 1,500 new subs over the last 30 days, which is, it's not too bad, or 1,200 or 13, whatever it is. It's not too bad, but I could have gotten like 8,000 if I sat there and just made 4 videos a day and just tried to corner the market on the Kylie Rodney case. Man, unbelievable. Yeah, it was too. Yeah, see, the thing is, that's what I'm really disappointed in Adventures with Purpose. Yes, they got I'm glad that they got a lot of new members, and they got a lot of money to do what they're doing, because what they're doing costs a ton of money. So that's great, but man, it's just, yeah, exactly what you just said. It lit a fire underneath the conspiratorial nut jobs out there. Let's just wait and see what the answer is. Okay, then after that, you can start going, oh, okay. Because like I said, it is possible somebody else pushed the car in the water. I said it the second they found it in there. I thought the car was in a weird place. Okay. But, see, right now we're not having a good start to the show. We got to get the energy flowing in here. This is our first night of the next month. And this month has to be at least as good as this last one, because we've got to I'm going to put all of the funds that go towards the charities that I feel like putting in there during the month and at the end to the DNA fund, because it's usually like 7,000 to 8,000 per case. Right. There you go. Thanks, Jessica Schubach. At least maybe it's the topic, I don't know what else I'm just telling you guys this because on a daily basis, it's very bothersome. It never ends. It just
continues and continues and continues. And now people are going to be doing the, Julissa Fuentes, because now Adventures with Purpose is going over there. We covered that like a week and a half. We were already on that one. There's really no new information other than now it's a homicide investigation or something like that. But other than that, we don't have any other information, right? Hey, thank you, Kathy Friedenmaker.
New Month Wave, Ocean Wave.
And
Ocean
the mayor,
Wave,
Billy
Ocean Wave.
Juliana. And by the way, the troll a minute ago said, oh, so-and-so, they gave this much money. And I said to myself, well, I know, but you said one of them was my wife anyway, so why would you care? Let's see. Thank you, Georgina Stoliker, Tawny Lee, and Alley Cake. All right. Very cool, very cool.
New Month.
New Month. And I also spent like 2 hours today trying to get my computer fixed so the audio wouldn't pop out. And I don't think that got fixed, but he, uninstalled my graphics card, the drivers, and then put a fresh install in there. Did other things, and I don't know. I still heard it pop in the afternoon sometimes, like drop. You know how it drops
Ocean
out.
Wave.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Joining the wave. Yeah.
Joining
what else
the
we got?
Ocean Wave.
Yeah, I got some subs and whatnot. But like right now, if I was covering Kylie Rodney and I had 1,200 people, you would just see the numbers go tick, 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 708, 709, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's such an easy thing to do. Right. And now there's even like, I'm going to make a video talking about what my next video is. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Hey, LM, I'll just do my show the way I want it. See, this is one of those times where you make your crazy comments. Nobody asked you for an opinion, You get what I'm saying? Let's see. You're kind of are covering her now. I'm not talking, I didn't mention anybody's name, B. So, yeah, she blocks a lot of people. Midwest girl. You might be one of them. I am, LM, but let me just be the way I feel like being. It's been a really stressful, shitty month, to be honest with you. So I don't need you telling me how to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, try to be more supportive sounding. Like people try to be with you sometimes, but you don't make it easy because you're always you get some weird triggers sometimes. It makes you say strange things. I just explained it. Just, just the whole state of YouTube. Oh, that's probably the troll. Yeah. there you go. That's actually Derek Godsey again. Yeah. But even though that was probably Derek Godsey the first time, that channel is putting out videos on Kelsey, and they're just disgusting videos. So, if what you should do is watch it, and if you feel like it's bullying, take action. All right, take action. All right, so let me get going here. So I got to tell you this Laken Lewis case that we covered the other night. Remember that in the trailer park here? This one here is, for lack of a better term, is maybe the word shit show. I've never seen anything more ridiculous in terms of information that I've ever seen. I mean, it is unreal. Okay? I'd love to be able to put together a really good, neat timeline, but
there really isn't one. Apparently, okay, so here's the thing. Laken is her name. Let me show you a picture so you know who we're talking about. Right here. Hey, thanks, Janice Johnson. So right here we have 15-year-old Commerce Township girl still missing nearly 2 weeks after leaving to take a walk. Okay, that's her right there. Now, Laken Elizabeth Lewis was last seen at around 6:15 p.m. at her home in Stratford Villa Mobile Home Park. You know, I was supposed to have the dad on, but I think there's a vigil or something tonight, so he probably wasn't able to come on. I heard that. But I've talked to 3 people. I've talked to yeah. No, you don't have to hide that person. Hold on a second, jeez. Yeah, I unhid. You don't have to hide Delphi After Dark. What he said was true. First of all, you could remove the comment. Yes. All right. So this one right here is. I mean, this is her. But man, so far I've talked to for 38 minutes. I spoke to the mother, and then I spoke to the father for I don't know half hour or so, and then I spoke to one of the neighbors out there, whose daughter was hanging out, and the girl's only a 5-year-old. So apparently, Laken hangs out with a lot of the younger kids because she doesn't have a lot of friends. And so she hangs out with a lot of the younger kids, and she was over in this area somewhere, over here hanging out with one of the friends, like a 5-year-old, because she would go to this the lady I talked to, like she would go over to the house every day and hang out with this 5-year-old, and they'd play and do whatever. Then she'd go home, check in, and then come back. Then, on this day that she went missing, she was at this corner right here, sometime between 6 and 8 o'clock, talking to a person named Alex on this corner. And he's 14 years old. I don't know, race doesn't really matter, but if you want a description, he's a black kid, 14 years old. And he... the 5-year-old and one. See, here's what the problem is. There's every single person has a different story. There isn't anybody that has the same one. So, for example, somebody that was on a porch over here said, "Oh yeah, I saw her talking to Alex." Then another time, somebody said, "Oh yeah, I saw the little girl, Alex, and Laken standing there." But you have 3 different ones. Then, at 8:20, apparently she was going home, because she had to be home by 8:15. She's walking over here, and a neighbor right over here saw her. 2 different stories there. The same neighbor, but the story told by the mother was that she was seen with an elder black person, and he had his arm around her, and they were going this way. Then when the father talked to this person, they said, no, there was a blonde guy, a black guy, and, they were just outside. But he was going to work, this guy. So the guy at 8:20 was actually heading out to go to work. And you see what I'm saying, though, you guys? It's all over the place. And it sounds like, I did talk to a neighbor, though, the one I was talking to you about. She said that Laken was bullied at school. Home life was, maybe wasn't that great, really strict curfew timeline kind of stuff. And when I asked her, do you think it's possible that she may have left on her own? And she said, I do. I do think it's possible, but she's concerned that she hasn't contacted anybody since then, because she admitted herself that she ran away once when she was a kid for about a week, and then we had this whole conversation about you know, because she has children now. So I said, well, you probably put your mom through hell when you did that, right? And she goes, yeah, I did. And I go, especially since you've got kids. And she was like, oh, yeah. You know, we're friends now, me and my mom. We get along. They like her. This is just a neighbor, though. It has nothing to do with anything, so it's not really relevant. But she did talk about. I have all these recorded so I can listen to them, but I'm not even sure I want to put it out there because, you know, they mention a lot of names of people. There's too many things don't line up, so it's just wild speculation. But apparently the girl that was here overheard Laken talking to Alex over here saying stuff like, hey, don't go over to this. So there's another trailer park right there. Like, don't go over to that trailer park. You know, you don't want something about being abducted, or then there's possibly, but it was a young kid who was relaying this, so it was hard for, you know, to decipher exactly what they were trying to say. It could have been make it look like an abduction. You know, that's definitely a possibility. Make it look like one. But man, this is one of those ones that's, I've talked to 3 people and I don't have really a great idea of anything. So this is what it looks like inside the other trailer park right here. So maybe I'll try to edit all 3 interviews and take out parts that are just kind of descriptive. The mother, it was a little strange, you know, I have to admit that some of the stuff she was saying, she had a number that she called early on for a person involved, and then I said, well, can I get that number? And she goes, oh, well, I deleted it. And I said, well, why'd you delete it? And then she said, well, you know, the battery power and whatnot. And I thought, well, that, you know, I didn't continue after that. It didn't make any sense to me. And then there was another time, another instance similar to that. Things that, you know, just didn't make a ton of sense when you talk about it. But I always look at it like, well, people do strange things. Police said, like, she had a photograph of the individual apparently that had his arm around her by their house because she knew the person. And she was going around showing people, and I go, well, can I see it? And she goes, no, I deleted that too. And I said, well, why'd you do that? And she said, well, because the police said that they've already cleared him, so they don't want it, you know, put his name out there. But it could be the police are interested in that person and they don't want him to be aware. Maybe it's something like that. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? Yeah. Do you have the TikToks for her? For Laken Lewis? Can you email the link to me? That'd be cool. Yeah, just send me the email. Oh, well, thank you very much, Velvet Army. Jeez. Thank you. I was checking my email. Second. All right. I think this is in Michigan, if my memory. Yeah, Michigan. I would like to see her TikTok if she has one. TikToks are pretty informative. It seems like people it's almost a diary sometimes. People just like, this is how I'm feeling. Here you go. Boom. They just typed it in above the email. It's right there. Yeah. Oh, thanks, the Eerie Fairy. Yeah, it's hard though. This one's a hard one because there might be more information tomorrow, perhaps. They are doing a candlelight vigil, I heard, tonight. Because what's odd is the lady that I spoke... Well, it's not odd, really. The lady that I spoke to was out of town. And so police and the husband haven't even talked to her yet. But I think she would be a pretty important one to speak to. I mean, especially since she saw her every day, and she has one of her kids is the one that spoke to her. So I'm going to check my email here in a second. If anybody else can find it, just send it. Uh-huh. How does he know that? Are you the one that sent it, Lauren? Yeah. You know what I should do? Let me turn on the... let's get the phone open, just for the hell of it. Just in case. This is one of those ones where maybe somebody might...
Recording in progress.
All right. I'm gonna just put the phone number on the screen. That number's not good there. All right, there you go. And there's a number. Okay, I still don't have an email with the TikTok on it. Can somebody send that to me, please? Shouldn't take more than 30 seconds. Yeah, okay. It's right here. We've put it in the chat like 10 times now, but here it is again, right there. I just put the email in there. grayhuze2@gmail.com. Okay, looks like I just got no. You just sent me your username. Just send me the, it's easier to send the link, right? I mean, okay, here we go. So is this her? Looks kind of, does look like her.
Bitches be like, that's your boyfriend? Yeah, bitch, that's my boyfriend. And I'll smack the Bitches be like, that's your boyfriend? Yeah, bitch, that's my boyfriend. And I'll smack the right out your mouth. Bitches be like...
Hold on, let me just make sure, because it does look like her in the picture. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely... Well, let's see. I mean, how many Laken Lewises are there? Yeah, parted in the middle. Yeah, that looks like her. Should we check them out?
Girl, what would you be without us? She got it wet, soaking wet. Girl, let go jet ski. Yeah, you the best, I mean it. Ain't gon' flex, I mean it. 4x4 to the...
You guys think that's probably her, right?
You muscle, 50 was a muscle. Goddamn, I hurt my knuckles. Hey.
probably won't do that one.
I had my niggas pull up. 3 shots to the gut. Fuck that nigga ain't for the head.
And I had to stop and
So you want the nigga dead? Yeah, nigga, I said what I said. Nigga, what about the feds? I had my niggas pull up.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Is there any other ones?
Double cup, stop phone, pull up. She look bad in the Maybach truck. Bubble butt, cost 10 feet up. LSD chapstick stuff on the tub.
I think this is like July. When was this?
Bitches be like, that's your boyfriend?
That's 8. That's 8/5.
Can't stand your partners cause them niggas be in your ear. Soon as it get hectic, all them.
You know, I wish they would just ban that word out of every freaking song. It's so stupid, you know? It's ridiculous. I hate even listening to it in a rap or a song. It's just like insane.
Bitch, how you mad he choose me? Look at you and look at me. You can't match my energy, and that's why he's so into me. Gave him back, he gave back. Bitch, how you mad?
I don't really know what the... is there any other ones? She doesn't seem to talk at all. I didn't see any comments either.
God, what would you be without us? She got it wet, soaking wet. Girl, let go.
I can't see comments or anything, so... Well, that's all there is on there. Just seems like a kid, you know? Apparently she's pretty lonely, so... Yeah. What is, Keith? I'm not even sure what you're talking about. You gotta type in full sentences, you know? Oogla boogla! Oh, wow. What do you mean by oogla? I don't know. I just say it sometimes. Junk! What? Yeah, okay. Great, but we were just trying to see who she is. There's really no way to tell by that. Is there any other social media references that she has out there? Yeah, it's like somebody couldn't come up with a word, so they put the N-word in there. I think it's just disgusting, and no matter who uses it, I don't care what race you are or anything, you shouldn't use that word. Especially if you want it gone from society. If you keep saying it every single time, every freaking word and every... You know, it's not going to leave, okay? Yeah, I can too, Barbara. Especially after talking to this neighbor. Except she's concerned that she hasn't heard from her since. It's weird too that she didn't seem to have any friends, but would always go hang out with these younger kids. She said she seems younger, like her personality, a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that should be her too, right there. I would think. Yeah, I would think there would only be one of those, but that's her right there. That's the definitely her. Now that this one isn't it? It's this one here. Not a lot of posts or anything. This was July 17th. Don't know what that one's about. Really isn't any. There's almost no information on any of these. Especially the last one. It was just kind of a rapping, dancing sort of thing. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it. I think it's very possible that somebody she wanted to get the hell out of here. And she took off, and I do have concerns that she took off, but maybe the people that gave her this, hey, this is going to be great, are nefarious actors and have put her into she seems like somebody, if they got her out there, is definitely could be a victim of trafficking. Yeah, I couldn't see it. All right, let's see. All right, okay. Somebody just sent me the comment. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's too small for me to read. Man, nothing's working out tonight, man. Nothing. Just let me try to zoom in or do something. I don't know. But hold on. Save. I just got screenshots. So that's tiny. Does it still maintain readability when you zoom in? Oh man. She ran off, babe. Plus, that's an old comment. It just took something longer to upload. Stay in your business, though. Something. Man. I can barely read that. Maybe just zoom in on the part that's interesting and send me that. I mean, I appreciate you sending it, but I can't even read it. How do you know that she ran off with a dude if you have something going at it? I don't know. Things were a few. Man, I'd love to read that. Just can't see it. I mean, I have blurry vision to begin with. That's why I wear glasses. All right, here we go. So thank you, Lauren, for sending that. Swear she talks goofy on TikTok, but when she be hiding. Bro, I know you ain't saying none. She literally is missing. She ran off, babe. Plus, that's an old comment. It just took forever to upload. Stay in your business. Though, for real, something like me and her been going at it forever. Not you getting worked up on, I don't know, Uber guys going at it forever when she's kidnapped for 4 days and you decided to say some. Maybe, but yet I know more about what happened than you do. Like, dog, I've told... Let's see. I've told the cops already what I know, so she ran off with a dude from out of state. That's hilarious. Look at that right there. It actually sounds good, though. Yeah, some dude from out of state. Is that how they do it now? Just type it in like ADIFF state? Man, that is awesome right there. We should make a mug with that on it. Out of state. I think a t-shirt would be sweet, right? I'm going to zoom in on that sucker. We're going to use that. You can have a t-shirt that says, I'm from out of state. Oh, man. How do you know that she ran off with a dude if you all have been going at it? She hangs with a few people I know. She was texting them saying it. May I have your snap? This is very important. Mine is gave a name. Is that true, by the way? I mean, that's interesting if that's out there somewhere. That somebody has. Is that true, by the way? I'm her cousin. The phone number works up on the screen if anybody has any information or wants to call in about it. Out of his mind. Dan Carr, out of his mind. Out of his mind. That's pretty good. Out of state. That is absolutely amazing. I think that's just sort of like lingo, shorthand for, kids these days. You just phonetically type out everything. Everything. A little bit like how we say months, Maybe not quite the same, but very similar. This chick's page when she's gone somewhere. Hello, I'm Corinna. I'm her stepsister. Can you send me a summary of what you know of what happened to Laken? The cops already know it, but I do know she was talking to some dude in Minnesota or something, and she told her friend she was going to run away. Oh, maybe that's why the other guy was saying, I hope that you don't get kidnapped. Like, maybe she doesn't really know that person, a catfishing type scenario, but she thinks it's something great. Like imagine if Kagan or Anthony Schatz had told Libby, like, hey, I think you're awesome. Do you want to go? And was buttering her up for a long time and said, you want to go on this trip? And she's like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. But then it turns out it's a freaking monster, The cops already know it, but I do know she was talking to some dude, right? So that's kind of ominous. In Minnesota or something. And she told her friend she was going to run away. And around maybe 8 o'clock, she got into a black truck. How do you know? I'm her mother. So that's Brittany. How do you know? I'm her mother. So that's encouraging to see your mother typing in right there. This is her mother. I need to know what you know now. Well, that's not going to get a kid to say anything. You know how they are. But I would say the same thing. That's for damn sure. Okay, well, it's always more helpful if you guys send me the link. Like when you say, here's her Instagram, and you send me a picture, that doesn't help me get to it, right? So if you're trying to help me out, I appreciate you saying, hey, great, send me the whole link to whatever, so I can just click on it and we're there, right? So now, you said, here's a link to her Instagram. So now I've got to try to figure out, let's see. See if I can find it. Yep, she's on here too. So here we go. I don't know. This is 1993. I'm not even sure what that is. I don't know what's going on there. Not really much there. But thanks for sending that. Mandatory, as in a mandatory sentence. And I'm going to send you a mandatory life sentence if you don't send me a link the next time. Yeah. What are you talking about, Zozo? This is the same case that I've talked to you about. I let you, you actually heard one of the interviews. Man, just be on time. That'll work. Yeah, you too. She has a whole bunch of Instagram accounts. I mean, this case is... I don't even know if the police have a good understanding. But I do think it is possible that she left willingly. But in this case, it could be a nefarious actor. Huh? Oh. No, you said, could we have a summary? I don't know. Finsta accounts. I don't know. I don't even know what Finsta is. Well, send me the other Instagram accounts if you have them. Oh, they were just saying that she... One of the people said that she knows that she was running away to be with some guy over in Minnesota and left in a black truck. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and just keep sending me stuff over. We'll take a look at it. I guess this is another one. Can you talk to me 51 weeks ago? Okay. That's all there is. How many does she have?
It's a house!
No, it's a mobile home park. Hey, Verxy Gaming. Yes, there's an account teens use when they... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a few on there, isn't there? Oh, there's 4224. Yeah, we did that one. Then there's the Laken 8899. Huh. See, that's kind of suspicious a little bit, you know. It's almost like she has all these different accounts to hide and maybe communicate with people without them, you know, somebody else being able to follow what she's doing. What do you guys think here? Do you think... Are you... I think it's a little odd that she hasn't communicated back with her mother or anybody since then. 2 weeks. I think it's very possible she left willingly, but you know, things turned when she got out of town with the person. Yeah, that's what it feels like, a catfishing. She's that exact age for catfishing, you know. It's plus apparently she was a little bit emotionally younger. That's why she liked to hang out with the little kids. But that rapping videos, she didn't seem quite like that. Yeah. So I think that's where we're at. I'll keep trying to get information. Maybe I think the dad was just busy because he had to do a candlelight vigil. Yeah. A lot of those aren't her, though, that you sent me. Yeah, she does have even more, though. It's crazy. Man. And hell, I'll just put it over here. These are all... Like, is this one of hers? Maybe when she's even younger, perhaps? I don't know. Okay, that's not her. Actually, this one is, I think. That is. I think some of the other ones are even older. Yeah, probably. I don't know what the situation was with her phone. Maybe I can go back to the original article. So, 15-year-old Commerce Township girl still missing nearly 2 weeks after leaving to take a walk. But she didn't really leave to take a walk. She went to go hang out with the girl, and then she was talking to some guy, and then she has to go home and check in. But she has to be home by 8:15. So sometimes she'll go at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then she has to goes home by 6, and then she has to go home by 8 something. So Laken Elizabeth Lewis was last seen around 6:15 p.m. at her home in the Stratford Villa Mobile Home Park, and was expected to return in 2 hours. She also hasn't had contact with her family on social media. Her mother told Oakland County Sheriff's Office that Lewis is never late without asking for permission. Her biological father, who lives in Grand Haven in West Michigan, said he hadn't heard from Lewis in several weeks. Last week, detectives said they have received few tips about Lewis's whereabouts. Lewis is 5'7", 110 pounds, and has long, dark-colored hair. She was last seen wearing a light blue zip-up jacket, shorts, or multicolored pants, and white Nike Air Force One shoes. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sheriff's Office at 248-858-4950. All right, I don't really have much more to offer on this one. I mean, it's just is what it is. It's an absolute shit show on the ground in terms of information. Completely different stories. What does seem like a reality is that she was standing here with a kid named Alex, who I guess his cousins live here, and he was staying there for a couple weeks. Then maybe it was him walking over here with her again. I don't know. But apparently she was seen here with somebody. But here's what could be, because if you want to put the stories together with the, Instagram comments or TikTok, wherever the hell that came from. This guy apparently told the younger girl overheard him saying, well, just don't get abducted or anything, because maybe she says, I'm going to take off for a little bit, a few days. There's this really cool guy coming from, Minnesota or something, right? So then she walks alone over here, and he's aware that she's going to meet this person. And maybe that person parks over here, and she walks by, and then he kind of meets her here for some reason. I don't know why you would risk being seen anywhere near the house, though. And then got in the truck and then drove away. There's, you have to go out this way, and those are the only ways out. On foot, though, you can walk to the other park over here and take off from there. Yeah, we don't have any information of any kind here. But you guys, we're back into this sound again. It must be the case. I don't know. I don't really know the information about the phone. I think it was told to me, but I can't remember at this point. Obviously, it's probably not pinging. Maybe she didn't have a phone. Yeah, I don't think she had a phone, which is weird, because if she didn't have a phone, how's she posting on? No, that's right. She has a Wi-Fi phone. Yeah. Oh wait, Zozo just typed it in. Yeah, she has a Wi-Fi phone. I just remembered that. And I was talking to her about, you could ping it if she got connected to another Wi-Fi somewhere. So it's not as easy to ping. All right, you guys. Would hate to have to put myself in prison again. Yep. Upper Michigan loves this show. Really? How do you know? I don't know. I'm not going to look through Facebook. I did a little bit already. I don't feel like it. Yeah, I saw there were a lot of guys in there. Oh, cool. A person. It could have been anywhere. I mean, Minnesota's far away from there. It's over here. Michigan's here. But she's in Michigan, so it wouldn't make sense to say, hey, I'm going to go to Michigan from Michigan. Yeah, well, it would be dumb to say, well, I'm going to take her to Michigan while you live in Michigan. Right? So it makes more sense to that it's some other place. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing is on this channel, every single night, as I say, every single night, because it's the only way to make people aware, is that I do shows 3 or 4 hours a day, and I cover tons of cases, not just the really popular ones. So the only way to make that worthwhile is that, you know, the freaks support the channel with super chats, PayPals, and whatnot. If you send in 25 on PayPal, you get one of the notebooks that one of these right here, right there, with the Grant Hughes Investigates notebook. And you also get in on the spin at the end of the show. If you send in $5 or more, you get into a spin. I just give people a chance to win something. But the main goal is the goal is that you're helping support my channel. And then during the month and at the end of the month, I'm able to, from the income from the channel, donate large amounts of money to various charities because I want to. That's it. But the only way to make it happen is it has to be every single night has to go by where we're having the same type of support or at least something going on, because if it doesn't happen, then we don't have the numbers to be able to do it. See what I'm saying? So I don't know what else to say. Like if everybody, the funny part is like if you did a show and 200 people sent $1 in, it'd be a decent, not a great night, but a decent one, right? But nobody does that. So you could go, hey, everybody, I'm sending in, and then 4 people do the $1 and then it doesn't work. So the thing is, it just has to be on a nightly basis, and we're just, it's hard to make it happen. That's all there is to it. And it sucks, but the funding part is huge. We've donated $96,000 since 2020. And we have a DNA fund, and I've just committed to 2 more cases because I want to do them. All right, so now I'm really going to be pushing forward to see if we can get this done. All right, because this is one of them's a serial killer victim, and the other one is a person who apparently died of a drug overdose, but her body, I think they said she was even in a shallow grave or something. I don't know. I can't remember exactly the scenario there, but hey, thank you, the Velvet Army, again. Very kind, very kind. And also Paisley Dreams, like Cairo's shirt. Hey, next you gotta name yourself Blue Nikes, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want people to afford anything to do anything. I can tell you that. And I do have I made a folder, 1X rows for your case. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of information on it out there, but okay, let's see. I guess we're going to be moving on now. Different one. This one's out of Olympia, Washington. Hey, thank you, Lindsay Cyphers. And just know, every time anybody sends anything, that you were part of making things happen. You can always feel good about it. So there's Olympia, Washington. This is kind of a weird one. I talked to the mom earlier driving in my car, and I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it. That's Gabriel Davies. Or Gabriel, I mean. So, there we go. Sheriff's Office, leading search near Tilley Road. So, let's go to Tilley Road really quick. And no, you've never heard of this one. Even if you have a missing group, okay? Tilley Road, Olympia, Washington. Okay, so Tilley Road. There you go. So somewhere on here. Thurston County deputies have asked the public to avoid the area around Tilley Road south of Millersylvania State Park. So let's see where we're at here. Okay, so we're kind of in the right here. It says avoid the area south of here. So we'll just put something right here. For now. They give more specific information later. Gabriel Davies has been missing since about 4 p.m. Wednesday under suspicious circumstances, according to the Thurston County Sheriff's Office. He reportedly left his Olympia home to attend football practice at Olympia High School. Okay, so no, you don't, Zozo. It's from like today. All right, let's see. I knew you'd say that, though. Yeah, I got somebody sent this one to me. Let's see. I knew you'd say it, though. Let me just cover it, though, all right? Does that sound good? All right, let's see. We've got the Gabriel Davies has been missing since about 4 p.m. Wednesday under suspicious circumstances, according to the Thurston County. I've got a press conference, too. Under suspicious circumstances, according to the Thurston County Sheriff's Office. He reportedly left the Olympia home to attend football practice at Olympia High School, but he never arrived. A property owner reported finding his vehicle in the, here we go right here, 1600 block of Tilley Road. So there we go, 16,100. Hold on. So now it's a little bit further down than that. So move that way down here. So if it's in the 6100, where's the 16200? How about 3? 16,000? Okay. So it's there. That means it's right here in this area. Somewhere right in there. Thank you, Fishing in the Dark. She has such a cool property. You know, it's like every single night you could just go out there at about right before dark. Yeah, forget the alligators, right? But yeah, just do some fishing, you know. Nothing better. Yeah. Yeah, catfishing, bass, you know, all kinds of stuff. Catfish have the whiskers so they can scent, so they can go around. So south of West Tenino. So finding his vehicle in the 16100 block of Tilley Road, west of Tenino, according to the sheriff's office. Davies' family didn't know he was missing until deputies called them to ask why their vehicle was there. See, the thing is he just was on his way to football practice and he never made it to the practice. Never even made it. Davies' family didn't know he was missing until deputies called them to ask why their vehicle was there, Sheriff's Lieutenant Cameron Simpers said at a Thursday afternoon news conference. They thought he was at practice. Deputies found items strewn about the inside of the vehicle as well as some blood. That's bad. You know, Simpers said they have no indication he was with anyone else. So, And the car doesn't seem like it was in an accident, so how did that happen? Davies was last seen walking north alone, so he was seen walking alone north towards Millersylvania State Park at about 5:30 Wednesday. So apparently that's Millersylvania State Park, so he was walking north almost like he was still trying to walk to practice. You know? We'll just see. Walking north. Oops. And that's where his car was there. Or vehicle, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so Davies was last seen walking north alone towards Millersylvania State Park at about 5:30 p.m. So that was 5:30. And when I talked to the mom, it sounds like she wasn't doing well. I mean, she was upset. But that he was. When I asked, is he somebody that might run away? And she was like, well, not really, but you know. And then that there might have been some sort of issues going on, but nothing, not a big deal. And she said there really isn't any more information than what we're seeing here. There is a press conference, so we'll check that one out. We are working every angle we can to bring Gabriel home, Sheriff John Snazza said at the afternoon news conference. The sheriff's office encourages anyone with immediate useful information to call the dispatch at 360-704-2740. And look at that fishing in the dark. You made it back on. You must have signed in. These are some screenshots. My son, so I talked to Amanda there. My son went missing this afternoon. He was last seen this afternoon. He left to go to football practice and he never showed up. His truck was found abandoned near the Olympia airport. Is that, I don't know. Let me see where that is. Oh, now they're way up there? God. That doesn't make any sense. They said it was down here. That's the absolutely opposite direction. His truck was found abandoned near the Olympia airport. Please, please, please share this and help me find my son. There he is with the football outfit on. All right, let's do the press conference though.
I'm going to turn a few moments.
Okay, I'm going to open up. I could tell the way that sounded. It only came out of the left ear, so I'm going to open up Adobe Premiere here, which gives me a chance to crash the computer. I'm sure you would all love that. Huh? Oh, come on, Amanda. There's no deep dives, okay? Just there isn't enough to do deep dives. I know it sounds cool to say that, but you know, there's no deep diving going on her social media. Okay, so here we go. Let me get the I don't think there's any what do you call it? Her social media isn't going to be talking about where she's going. I can tell you that. I'm sure that was all kept secret. So here we go. Let's see if I can fix the audio. Look at that. It only comes out of one side. Can you guys see that? There we go. Alright, so now it should be pretty good.
I'm going to turn a few moments over to Sheriff Snaza.
Now it's like a
who will
podcast.
make a few remarks. And after that, I will provide you guys with a summary of our investigation and answer any questions that you may have. Sheriff Snaza.
But I tell you what, Amanda Torrey, if you find something that's useful, like an actual connection, go ahead and send it over, right? But there isn't any deep diving going on here. There isn't enough information. But let's get on to this case right here. All right, you guys? Thanks.
Good afternoon. I just want you all to know that our main goal is to bring Gabriel home to his family. And first and foremost, I want to thank all our partner agencies who have assisted in this investigation, to include Washington State Patrol Aviation Unit, the Olympia Police Department, the Washington State Parks, the Search and Rescue, who have been phenomenal, and obviously our citizens who have called in tips and assisted us in giving us information about possible locations. And I want you to know that we're working every angle we can to bring Gabriel home. So thank you very much.
I would also like to thank the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The FBI has several agents involved in assisting us with this investigation to this point. So yesterday at approximately 5 p.m., our deputies were dispatched to a suspicious vehicle at the 16,100 block of Tilley Road, which is just south of our location here. At that location, our deputies found a vehicle with items strewn about, a small amount of blood inside the vehicle, and a phone that had been shattered on the ground. We made contact with the registered owner of that vehicle, and they told us that their son, 16-year-old Gabriel, had that vehicle at the time, and he had been headed to football practice at Olympia High School at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what the mom told me, that the phone was shattered, like it was hucked on the ground. I mean, what if there was some, on his phone, he got some really shattering news from somebody, like a girlfriend or something. But I mean, it doesn't sound like the car was in a wreck or anything, right? Let me get back to this guy again.
I would also like to thank the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The FBI has several agents involved in assisting us with this investigation to this point. So yesterday at approximately 5 p.m., our deputies were dispatched to a suspicious
let me know if
vehicle
you find something.
at the 16,100 block of Tilley Road, which is just south of our location
So
here.
what does he say again? Let me get that number. Let me get that address again.
Our deputies were dispatched to a suspicious vehicle at the 16,100 block of Tilley Road, which is just south of our location here. At that location, our deputies found a vehicle with items strewn about, a small amount of blood inside the vehicle, and a phone that had been shattered on the ground. We made contact with the registered owner of that vehicle, and they told us that their son, 16-year-old Gabriel, had that vehicle at the time, and he had been headed to football practice at Olympia High School at 4 o'clock when he was last seen. So since last night, our deputies and our detectives have been working every angle. We've utilized the FBI to help us analyze data related to cell phones.
I had 16,100.
And tracing the movements of Gabriel from his home to the location of the vehicle. This morning, we have received multiple tips, over half a dozen tips, with sightings of Gabriel on the Tilley Road area. All of those tips indicate that he was traveling northbound from the 16,100 block and that he was by himself at the time that he was seen. We have most recently received a tip that he had been seen entering Millersylvania State Park. So at this point, we have not received any tips that would indicate Gabriel was in the presence of another individual, but we are still exploring every angle of this case because our ultimate goal is to bring Gabriel home to his family. Currently, we have all of our detectives working this incident. We have detectives from the Olympia Police Department. We have state parks. We have our search and rescue coordinator and ground searchers.
Hey, get adventures with purpose.
And the Federal Bureau of Investigation is also helping us with canvassing. We will continue to work on this case and work every angle until we bring Gabriel home to his family.
On the West Coast.
I want to encourage the public to
Although
please
there's no car,
call in any tips
so forget
that they may have. If anyone recalls seeing an individual walking down Tilley Road yesterday between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m., we'd really be interested in that location. Give it a moment for that plane to pass. We'd be really interested in hearing the information that they have to provide. We would also like to encourage the public to stay out of the Tilley Road area if possible. We are encouraged by the amount of support we're receiving from the public. However, while we do have search dogs and searchers in the area, it is important that we let them proceed through the area uninhibited. At a time when we feel it is necessary to involve the public in a ground search to bring in additional personnel, we will communicate that through our social media. Do you have any questions? So he was last seen in a pair of basketball shorts and a jersey. And that's what we believe he was wearing when he left the vehicle. Football jersey.
Was it blue and white?
Yes, and the shorts were blue from our indication.
Any signs of injury? Did anyone think he was walking strangely or bleeding?
No, none of the tips provided indicated that he was injured in any way or in distress.
Say the state park again, the name.
Millersylvania.
And that was, he was seen last walking into that state park?
That's correct, and that is just on Tilley Road, just south of us as well. So we have been canvassing the area and checking for residents that may have surveillance or ring doorbells, but we have not found any footage of Gabriel yet.
And about what time was he seen walking to that park? And was that today or yesterday?
Yesterday. So all of the tips that we have received are between 5:30 p.m. and about 6:30 p.m. And we believe his vehicle came into the area just after 5.
That's it from down the road here where he was last seen?
Correct, at the 16,100 block.
Who did that come from?
So the vehicle was found on private property on a private drive off of Tilley Road. So the resident there came home from work and saw the vehicle in their driveway and called it in.
Well, that's kind of weird.
And then in the 15,000 block, that last sighting?
Correct. We've actually,
Where did that come from?
another passerby, they remembered seeing Gabriel as they passed by coming home from work yesterday.
And what was the northernmost point where it was built in Millersylvania?
Correct.
The dogs have been working on it.
Thanks, George.
We know that they found anything everything?
We are encouraged by the progress of the dogs. I haven't spoken with the handlers directly, but they have moved from that vehicle at the 16,000 block and moved forward north on Tilley Road.
On the cell phone data from the FBI's assistance, was he actively using his cell phone? Do we know who he was in contact with?
So we are currently analyzing that data, and the last known usage of that phone was at 5:10 p.m.
Where?
Any idea who he called?
So we're still going through that data at this point.
See, the 5:10, that's what I was wondering. Did he get some weird news from somebody?
Just after 5:30.
Like a girlfriend broke up with him or
So
something?
in this time frame when he was last seen, did he communicate with any family or friends, or did any reports come in from family or friends seeing him, anyone who would know him?
So it wasn't until we contacted the family about the vehicle and its suspicious location that the family brought up that he was supposed to be. It was their belief that he was at football practice.
The final sightings of him were all by random people that
Correct.
has no interaction with.
That's correct.
What does that say? That people saw something and said something like, oh, he's talking.
Well, without the public in cases like this, we would have very little to go off of. But we're encouraged by the number of tips that we've received and the consistency of those tips in their time frame, which tells us that we're heading in the right direction with this.
They're going to search everything that everybody always searches, for sure.
His vehicle, or he was seen at Tilley Road at 88th Avenue, that there was some discrepancy, and that would be over here.
So I believe that information came from phone data accessed by the family prior to his us locating him. So that was misinformation that was being spread around.
I think what they're saying is that the vehicle has no damage, so he probably didn't get injured from the vehicle, and if there is anything, it's not like going to be a severe injury. But, you know, see, to me, this seems like a sudden change of attitude. Like he's driving, he's going to go to football practice, but he's got a cell phone with him. And then you see this shattered phone, like he took the phone and was angry at whatever he just heard on that phone, smashed the phone, and then just started like walking down the street like, you know, he's upset about something. You know, maybe he like, you know, self-hit himself, you know, like just a little tiny bit of blood. I don't know where the blood came from, or maybe the blood wasn't new, or, you know, nobody even knows. But, you know, you could make up a story about, oh yeah, somebody abducted him and smashed his phone, but what if he's the one that smashed the phone? I mean, they see him walking alone. So isn't it more likely that he's the one that smashed the phone, just based off of that? That he took that phone and he smashed it. Well, then you got to ask yourself, well, why would he do something like that? Is he running away? Or is there something that he just heard on that phone call that made him angry and upset? Maybe not even angry, but upset. And is that what caused a little bit of blood or something? And then he starts walking away and we don't know where he went after that. I think that makes the most sense, right? What I just told you. He apparently is the one that broke the phone. Do you guys agree with that? Make an argument how it's not him that broke that phone by smashing it. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Come up with a theory. Go ahead. I just need anything. If you can come up with anything that's remotely rational that somebody else broke his phone, let me know. Because we know that he was walking alone after his car was put there. So how could it have been somebody else? Well, because there isn't one. That's the thing. All right, hold on. Hello? 786. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, who's this?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, who's this? No, nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you. Just letting you know. All right? You were already muted.
Hello.
Another crazy person calling in. That's what we get here. That's what we get. The trolls. That's why I have the mute button. How do we know what? They said a person, like a couple of people, saw him walking alone down the road. His phone smashed. A little bit of blood in the car. That means the phone was smashed by him. What does that have to do with what we're talking about, Morph Retro? It's nothing to do with this case. So, let's see. We get to know if he had a girlfriend or was interested in anyone. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're looking into. I have a feeling that only another girl could make somebody do that. When I was in high school, when I was growing up, I lived not too far away from here, but on a street. It was a shared driveway. Like the driveway, and then we were first, and then farther up the driveway was another house. And the kid that lived there, named Pat Murphy, he actually killed himself over some girl in college. Like, it was just the most ridiculous thing, you know. So, you know, you never know, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if the call at 510 was from a female that maybe he was with, and he got really upset, took that phone and chucked it and broke it, and then he started walking away. All right. What are you shaking your head at, Paulette? He may have cut his hand on a... Well, he may have also cut his hand on a flying frisbee that came by and hit him in the hand. He could have also cut his hand... he bit it too hard. He could have cut his hand on a Coke can that was open in the car. Could have... You know, wondering how he might have cut his hand is irrelevant. Okay, it doesn't... There's no answer that you're going to get. Let's see. My daughter had made a phone... My daughter, 14, has made a break his phone. I don't even know what that means. Don't know what that means. No idea. No idea. Same exact number. Not answering that one. 2 other guys went missing in recent years at similar... I don't know. In the same exact spot? Is that in one of the same articles, or what? What does that have to do with this guy? No more trolls, please. Get a life, weirdos. Yeah, that's exactly right. Alright. Is that something that just came out on that case or something? You both mentioned 2 guys, and then all of a sudden... Logan Schneidelman and Matthew Anfelt. Just so all of a sudden a link must have came out for both of you to have seen the same thing. He just threw the phone and it broke. It's not consistent at all. It's always the overthinking is what slows everybody down. Like wondering how he may have been injured is just, we don't have any idea. We could all spend the rest of the evening saying different ways that maybe blood could have shown up. It seems like people do that to see if they can be right later. You know, it's sometimes it's meaningful, like they find a knife on the ground. Somebody's been stabbed a whole bunch of times. Maybe you could infer that the killer cut his own hand after stabbing too many times. Something like that. Yeah. Thank you, Billy Juliana, attempting a wave. All right, let me go check my... Zozo was going to send me a link, I guess. All right, let's see.
This Thurston County 17-year-old who vanished on his way to football practice. Deputies are calling Gabriel Davies disappeared.
No, she just said, I said, would he be capable of running away? And she said, well, not really. You know, it didn't sound 100%. It sounds like there was something that may have been bothering him. Just the way
That's
she said
suspicious. Good evening, I'm Monique Minglavin.
And I'm Aaron Wright. Wednesday evening, deputies found his abandoned car near the 16,000 block of Tilley Road. There was blood inside, and his smashed cell phone was found on the ground. Cairo 7's Gwen Baumgartner's joining us not far from that area, Millersylvania State Park, where that search is taking place. Gwen.
Yeah, this park has really been the focal point of that search after deputies say they received multiple tips of people seeing Gabriel walking alone into the park a few miles from where his truck was found abandoned. This is one of the search teams working to bring 16-year-old Gabriel Davies home. Believed to be driving to football practice, officers found his abandoned vehicle along this rural road.
Let me see if they can.
Nowhere near to the park a few miles from where his truck was found abandoned. This is one of the search teams working to bring 16-year-old focal point of that
cell phone was found on the ground. Cairo 7's Gwen Baumgartner's joining us not far from that area, Millersylvania State Park, where that search is taking place. Gwen.
Yeah, this park has really been the focal point of that search after deputies say they received multiple tips of people seeing Gabriel walking alone into the park a few miles from where his truck was found abandoned. This is one of the search teams working to bring people seeing Gabriel walking alone into the park.
Oh, okay. Wow. See, that's what I was afraid of. That he went to that park alone. I really, that's what I was actually thinking, that exact same thing. Because you look here, and this is all kind of rural, but then he heads on up here, and then it makes you wonder if he did something to himself. You know, unfortunately. Look at all these 360-degree cameras. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest is really beautiful. Just the absolute morons run the states. That's the only problem with it. Alright, so this is the park.
Point of that
search is taking place. Gwen.
Yeah, this park has really been the focal point of that search after deputies say they received multiple tips of people seeing Gabriel walking alone into the park a few miles from where his truck was found abandoned. This is one of the
let's see if we can find that where those people are searching right there. You can definitely see a curve in the road coming up to the sort of a hard left. Maybe it's right in here, and maybe they're right there, because if I remember right, a car pulls out right in front of them, almost like it came out of here. Let's see. Well, maybe not, because I don't see that over on the right. But there's a road right here, because I think on this video a car pulls out.
A small amount of blood inside.
Nowhere near his school or home.
Deputies found a vehicle.
I'll get back to the
items
press
strewn about. A small amount of blood inside the vehicle and a phone that had.
Gabriel Davies'
See
home.
how that car
Believed
pulls
search
out
after
right there?
deputies say
Where that search is taking place. Gwen.
Yeah, this park has really been the focal point of that search after deputies say they received multiple tips of people seeing Gabriel walking alone into the park a few miles from where his truck was found abandoned. This is one of the search teams working to bring 16-year-old Gabriel Davies home. Believed to be driving to football practice, officers found his abandoned vehicle along this rural road, nowhere near his school or home.
Deputies found a vehicle with items strewn about. A small amount of blood inside the vehicle and a phone that had been shattered on the ground.
Hours later, more questions. Deputies receiving tips from drivers who saw Gabriel walking alone along Tilley Road, wearing his football jersey before entering this state park.
The information that we have thus far is that he drove to this location on his own, and he walked from the vehicle on his own.
His family says what happened Wednesday is out of character for Gabriel.
Right.
His stepmom shared
Not
these
looking
photos
good.
with Cairo 7, saying they're too distressed to speak, focusing all their energy in bringing their
it's not
search.
looking good.
How does this keep happening?
Yeah, because the vehicle was left. He left it on his own. There was something really devastating mentally or emotionally that happened. He breaks the phone. Then he walks alone on a highway. He was probably really upset, and then he ends up going into the park. And you wonder what happened, though. Like, where would he go, you know? Did he have paraphernalia to do something to himself, you know? I don't know, but that does lead you to think something like that, right? Deputies are looking for Gabriel Davies, who they say left his Olympia home at 4 p.m. to attend football practice at Olympia High School, but never arrived. Davies' vehicle was found, so that means at 4 o'clock he left, and it's almost like he pulled over somewhere and had a conversation that ended at 5:10, and then he smashed the phone. Davies' vehicle was found near the 16,100 block of Tilley Road South near Tenino. According to the Thurston County Sheriff's Department, Davies' truck was found abandoned with blood inside and his cell phone smashed on the ground. The Thurston County Sheriff's Office announced Thursday that Davies had been seen alone walking northbound near 15,000 block of Tilley Road. I want to know where the parents live, though. Because did he drive way past, or was he on his way there in terms of where the car was found? You know? So this whole place is the park then. Not just up here, it's like this whole area. I see. So he was just right here. Okay, that was a little bit confusing the way they had that. I wonder if that road... Keep going around this corner. That's what I said, Buckle Bunny. Maybe a girlfriend broke up with him and then he smashed his phone, because losing a girl at that age is so devastating. I mean, I don't know. Probably the same way with a boyfriend, right? Like, it's just, you've got these crazy emotions, different, you know? You know what I'm saying? But somewhere right around in here he was seen. Oh man, and this is the really dense part. Look at this place. Swampy. I mean, look at that. That's good bass fishing in there. A little topwater frog, maybe. Okay, well, it wasn't anywhere near up here then. So right around there at 5:30. Yeah, let's finish this up over here. Let me rewind a little bit.
Initial call coming about the suspicious vehicle?
Just after 5:30. Yep.
And so in this time frame when he was last seen, did he communicate with any family or friends, or did any reports come in from family or friends seeing him, anyone who would know him?
So it wasn't until we contacted the family about the vehicle and its suspicious location that the family brought up that he was supposed to be. It was their belief that he was at football practice.
The final sightings of him were all by random people.
Correct.
No interaction with.
That's correct.
And what does that say? That something and said something like always been talking about.
Well, without the public in cases like this, we would have very little to go off of. But we're encouraged by the number of tips that we've received and the consistency of those tips in their time frame, which tells us that we're heading in the right direction with this.
Can you clear this up? I had read that his vehicle or he was seen Tilley Road at 88th Avenue, that there was some discrepancy, and that would be over here.
So I believe that information came from phone data accessed by the family prior to his us locating him. So that was misinformation that was being spread around. His vehicle was in fact.
And what does that say? That people saw something and said something like always been talking about?
Well, without the public in cases like this, we would have very little to go off of. But we're encouraged by the number of tips that we've received and the consistency of those tips in their time frame, which tells us that we're heading in the right direction with this.
Can you clear this up? I had read that his vehicle or he was seen Tilley Road at 88th Avenue, that there was some discrepancy, and that would be over here.
So I believe that information came from phone data accessed by the family prior to his us locating him. So that was misinformation that was being spread around. His vehicle was in fact located at the 16,100 block.
Does the family live on this side of the county, or are they closer to the high school?
The family lives in the city of Olympia.
So is there any reason within his path to the high school, any reason he would be down in this area?
Not to our knowledge.
Any criminal history or recent?
Yeah, so he went way past the football.
Not to our knowledge.
He's from the other direction.
They were obviously very distraught, and they are still distraught to this point. But they're very working with us cooperatively and helping us locate their son.
Because he was wearing that jersey, was that what made him easy to pinpoint for the people that were passing by?
Not sure. 16 is the accurate age. I apologize.
Yeah, it just sounds like he's really angry. Yeah, we already went
That's
over all
correct.
that. So. Yeah, of course he did that. Yeah.
We are working every angle of this case, but to this point we have not been provided with any information that would lend us to believe that Gabriel was with anyone when he left.
See, there you go. Once we hear that he was walking by himself, then we know for certain that he's the one that smashed the phone, and that the stuff being strewn around inside of his truck is him. He was probably just angry still, just kind of like flailing stuff around. You know, something probably really bad happened, right?
Left that vehicle. We have not received information that Gabriel is in danger, but he is 16 years old, and behavior is not characteristic of him. So we're very concerned, and his family is very concerned as well. So we're taking this very seriously.
Do you know anything about...
Hey, hold on a second. Oh, jeez. I don't know what... Hold on. I don't know what this number is, but hello, what's going on? Anik. You're on. You have to unmute yourself. Sorry, I don't have a microphone. Then what the hell are you calling for? That's ridiculous. He typed a message. Hey, sorry, sir, I don't have a mic. Right, so then why the hell did you come on Zoom? What were we going to do? Just stare at your profile? All right.
We are still analyzing that information. The information that we have thus far is that he drove to this location on his own and he walked to the vehicle on his own.
and
Oh, you
use
can't
their
hear?
FLIR
Okay.
to look for any heat.
Are you guys that far behind? Like, finally somebody types that in? Jeez.
I've not been provided with any information that would lend us to believe that Gabriel was with anyone when he left that vehicle. We have not received information that Gabriel is in danger, but he is 16 years old. And
Yeah, Daniel Gardner, it is. I do make fun of people who call you on Zoom but don't have a mic. What's the point of doing that? Does that make any sense, Daniel Gardner? Are you one of those whiner Karen types that just show up and start bitching and complaining and moaning because somebody isn't exactly the way you are? Okay? I think it's ridiculous. That's the third call that I've had that's been a joke tonight, okay?
his behavior is not characteristic of him, so we're very concerned, and his family is very concerned as well, so we're taking this very seriously.
Do you know anything about...
Oh, look at that. I was called so mean. Guess what, everybody? I am, unfortunately, am now stuck in a jail cell because Sack and Fox Nanny, oh no, Janet Lewis said, "You're so mean." Yeah, well, somebody called up and in the note said, "I don't have a mic." You don't think that's funny? A little bit. Yeah. Especially since we had 2 calls just before that weren't real. The guy screamed while I had him on mute. No, that's not how it works, Daniel. The person actually knew they didn't even have a mic. Okay? You don't think that's weird when they say, "I don't have a mic"? Yeah. You're just not aware. Like, you weren't here earlier, so don't comment unless you're aware. You know what I mean? Well, just gonna take a nap in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the screamers. Well, hey Daniel, I don't care if it's cringy to you. You don't understand what's going on. Okay, go somewhere else, please. I'm not interested. Dream on, -2. Yeah, you're just not woke enough. You're a fool. Get out of here. Thank you. You're too woke. That's why you gave a damn. That's what's funny about it. God, Gray, you're so mean to the person. All right, -4. There we go. Right, exactly. She's the one that's not woke. You know, like, she was woke. I mean, I'm the one that's not woke. I was just too mean. It's cringeworthy. -4. All right, -2, -4 again. Mean. Actually, that's -8. None of that was bail. It was just ramen. Can you blame me? You have 2 troll calls in a row, and then somebody calls in, and in the comments, "I don't have a mic." Right. We're gonna be here a long time tonight. The show might even end just sitting in here. Yeah, well, nobody likes you either, Daniel, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. They don't like whiners that complain and bitch and moan when they don't actually know what the hell they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Alright, excellent. Let's see. He's going to be streaming from jail. Well, I'm not even going to be streaming. I'm just going to end the show. We used to get out of jail pretty quick. lately it's just, you just kind of languish, you know. Yeah, I don't respect people who come into a show and try to tell the channel owner, you know, how to run the show, and also weren't paying attention when 2 trolls called earlier, and then another person calls in and doesn't have a mic. If you don't understand that, then that means you're, you know, a little kooky and dumb, actually. So. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for being here tonight. I'm going to do the, yeah, now we're minus 13. Oh, no, we're minus 3. Minus 3. I was trying to say what that was saying. I thought it said no bail, but it says no joke. Oh, there you go. Okay. Man, that was almost ending the show right there. Hey, thank you. Yes, Chad, I appreciate it. And one sly angel. Yeah, it was pretty much an unfair trial. It's unfair when you have one of the witnesses didn't even know what the hell they were talking about and just showed up. You know, we had 3 troll callers in a row. Had nothing to do with somebody just not understanding tech. Okay. All right. Anyways, we got out of there, and that's good. I literally thought the show was over. Yeah, because you can't do a show in prison. All right, let's see. Where are we at here?
How the phone might have been broken, or how he might have been injured. And is it his blood that was found in the car?
We are still analyzing that information.
So all indications, he was by himself, and there's nothing to corroborate whether he had an argument with someone, who had talked to someone prior, or anything happened.
Right. The information that we have thus far is that he drove to this location on his own, and he walked from the vehicle on his own.
Hear that? Drove alone.
Yes, so we've been in contact
Left
with the
the
school
vehicle
district,
alone.
with the coach, with other members of the team as well. So
Look at what I do. Oh, you can't.
the school
You can
district
still hear him
as
though,
well,
right?
but
You
they
need to
reached
see
out
him,
to us
his
first thing
face.
this morning and offered any assistance that they could provide us.
Jesus.
Yes. Yes, so yesterday, right after the vehicle was located, the State Patrol Aviation Unit did fly over and used their FLIR
There
to
he
look
is
for
already.
heat
Look
signatures in the woods. And later in the evening, we actually used one of our unmanned aircraft.
So they were
to
looking for heat signatures in the woods using FLIR technology.
the same thing, and with no results.
Can you talk about those dogs? What kind of dogs? What's their purpose? What do they do?
So I believe the dogs that we have out currently are bloodhounds, and they're meant to track people, and they can
They should be able to track him, you'd think, right? He was just walking on the street there.
track people much longer after the fact than some of our tracking dogs, our patrol tracking dogs do. So that's their purpose, is to find missing people, and that's what they're doing here today.
What's the timeline on the search? How long will they be out there? Will they come back tomorrow? What does this look like?
So we will have to come together at the conclusion of this day to see where we're at with progress and address if we need to continue and maybe adjust our methods.
Mainly searching around the entrance of that state park there. Would you go into the state park?
Absolutely, and we have the rangers from the state park here with us to assist in that as well.
Where was the phone found? You said the phone was shattered, right? Is it in the truck or outside?
Outside the truck, near the truck though.
How much blood was around? Was it little, like,
Let's see. Well, all you have to do is share the link then, Onik Das. What good does it do to call? Let me just tell you, okay, just logically, Onik Das, if you're an actual legitimate person, why would you call a Zoom show with no microphone so that you can tell me that you want to share it with more people? Just take the video and start sharing it with people if you want to get it to reach more people. Doesn't that make more sense than to call a show with no microphone? Yeah, not buying it, not buying it.
to discuss that at this point.
But it appeared recent, it wasn't.
That's correct.
That's what it sounds like, one sly angel. I get those all the time in my email too.
People calling, it might seem out of the ordinary from where the vehicle was found to the last known sighting. It's a hard road to walk on, and it's like a 45-minute walk. I mean, it's not it's a considerable distance. So, is that worrying at all, or where does that fall into kind of the investigation?
Well, it isn't common to see individuals walking down this road. There's very little shoulder.
Right.
And so I think that's why it's sticking out to so many people, is because as they're traveling down this road with very little shoulder, they see an individual walking close to the side of the road. So hopefully with this information, this jogs the memory of some other individuals that may have been traveling on Tilley Road, and hopefully that they can provide us with additional information to help us solidify our timeline.
Anything else you want to say, or anything?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a really thick force. That's what I was saying.
I'm sure the family would echo our sentiments that we just want Gabriel home. And if anybody has information that could assist us in that, please contact our dispatch at 360-704-2740. And we will be more than happy to follow up on any tip that we are provided with.
Was missing practice a commonplace for him, or is this unusual?
This behavior is unusual for Gabriel.
Thanks, Amy Higg. She said, "Gray, you're not mean."
Well, we have to look at the behavior of an individual and a pattern of behavior, and this is uncharacteristic of Gabriel. So that is why we are taking it so seriously, and we're not going to push this aside as a runaway. We want to treat this seriously and explore every tip and avenue and to make sure that we bring Gabriel home safely.
So just from what you've heard, living a seemingly normal teenage high school life.
That's correct. Yes.
And who was part of the search and rescue? Is it just you guys, or who else?
So our coordinators coordinate that search, but there are several groups that are involved in the search and rescue, different groups that we call in to assist us with that. Does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, when you talk to the football team and the coaches, like what happens when they miss a practice? Is there a concern? Are they like, oh, well, they're just absent today, or do they check in? Or?
I haven't had that discussion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How long was it since when he took off with the pickup to where his family was notified?
So every indication is that he left his home around 4 o'clock to attend football practice. His vehicle was found here around 5:30, and his family was contacted at that time.
And he never made it to football practice.
Right. There's no more.
So it's almost like something. There's got to be other calls. Like the last ping was 5:10, but there's got to be a whole bunch of other calls from 4 to 5:10, and that's where you're going to get the answer of what led up to him smashing his phone, getting out of his car, and walking, and throwing stuff around in the car out of anger, and then walking towards a park and then disappearing. I think that's what that's what's going to be the answer. It's it's going to be the reason why is whatever happened between 4 and 5:10, and that's likely going to be something on a call or a text message, something on social media, some media contact of some sort between 4 and 5:10 is the stressor that led him to smash his phone and get out of the vehicle, and that led to wherever he is. Doesn't that make a lot of sense right there? No, I don't think he was going to go meet somebody. I think he was going to football practice. His mom told me that he's really into football and stuff like that. I think he was heading to practice and found out something on the drive there that led him to just go past the practice and then drive somewhere, and it's just really, emotions got a hold of him. Now, I don't know what he could have done to himself. I mean, did he have any gear to take his own life? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. They didn't see him on the FLIR cameras either. I don't know. I didn't see the part where it said it emptied his wallet. It just said that he. I don't know. Let me go through that whole this other one again here. Deputies are looking for Gabriel Davies, whom they say left the Olympia home at 4. So it is Olympia. I thought that's what that was. Hold on. I had a address there from, Amanda Olafson. Oh no, I didn't have that. I had Tacoma. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't able to find the address for that. See, was I right or right about being a troll? Did I nail that one or what? Okay. See that? Our buddy Karen up there just didn't get it. I mean, absolutely nailed it. I'm pretty good at picking them out now. Yeah, I don't think so either, Terry. Doesn't sound good. The info we have thus far is that he drove to this location on his own, and he walked from the vehicle on his own. Davies' family said that was what has happened on Wednesday is out of character for Gabriel. Deputies believe the circumstances around the disappearance are suspicious and are looking at every angle. I don't know what they mean by suspicious, To me, I don't call somebody going away on their own on purpose suspicious. It's kind of more suspicious is when somebody else is involved. Like foul play. We have to look at the behavior of an individual, Simpler said. The pattern of behavior and is uncharacteristic. It's uncharacteristic of Gabriel. We're not going to push this aside as a runaway. That's why we're taking it seriously and we'll explore every tip. Yeah, I mean, I guess the possibility could be something like he was upset and then something else happened. I mean, was there a bad guy out there that did something? But that seems way less likely to me than him having done something to himself. See, you're right, Amy Higg. I'm not mean. I was accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it doesn't mean you weren't mean, Gray. I mean, the person didn't have a mic.
Well, no, they weren't a real person, though.
But still, they didn't have a mic.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's the kind of logic I get a lot. Facebook post, phone was in a bush and wallet was emptied, as well as car being messed up inside. Yeah, but he was walking alone down the road. How do you explain that? Maybe he didn't want to have ID. He just took any cash that he had in it. I mean, that does almost sound like... Or maybe he was making it look like something else happened. Or here's the thing. If you don't want to be identified, you're going to leave your wallet, but then why empty it, I guess? Maybe you just took cash out of it somehow, and you're going to crush your phone so it can't track you and it's not with you. So you basically have no ID with you while you're walking. Driving Tilley late Tuesday night, and a random lady came running into the road, all distressed and waving. He didn't stop. Huh. Really? So maybe he went to somebody's house. Maybe he's inside of a house somewhere and he broke in. Yeah, I don't know. Jeez. I don't know. Where are you getting that information from, XMP? Send me a link in an article that says that exact same thing. Not a Facebook post, not a... Yeah. And where does it say that in this article here, Zozo? You sent me an article, but that wasn't in there. You said, oh yeah, come check out my... Yeah. What the hell? Man, I don't know what's going on here. Facebook is all over the place. It's wanting me to, it's like trying to change anything. What's going on here? Oh my god, this is... What a crazy... What's going on here? Oh, I see. It switched my account for some reason. To like this really crazy old one. Very strange. Yeah, where does it mention that there's other kids? Ah, forget it. I'm not, you know. Yeah, kids go missing. They go missing from all over the place. There's millions of them. This is a... I mean, it's a little weird that the wallet was empty. I guess that's the only outlier sort of strangeness. But it could have just been that he was just really angry. He was just throwing everything around. And he's just like, screw it. You know, because there was... Obviously, nobody broke into his car, right? He drove there alone and he walked away from the car alone. So here's what could be what happened. I mean, he broke his own phone and then he left his wallet in the car because he didn't want to be tracked or followed or identified. And then somebody else came by and saw the car parked there and dug through it and took anything they could out of the wallet and threw those around and was looking through the car. You know, you could have something like that, right? 16-year-old Gabriel Davies is missing under suspicious circumstances. I'm not sure what the suspicious part of it is. Gabriel left his home in Olympia at approximately 4 p.m., 8:31 to attend football practice. This is yesterday at Olympia High School. But then he never arrived there. Gabriel's vehicle has been located near the 16100 block of Tilley Road, south near Tonino. He was last seen walking alone northbound near the 15,000 block of Tilley Road south. Okay. Well, yeah, he never made it to football practice, but it's pretty obvious that something bothered him where he smashed his phone. You know, what are we going to think? That somebody was chasing him and he drove off the road and then he gets out of his car and then they rifle through his car while he's just walking slowly down the road? I don't know. None of that makes sense. Huh? What difference does it make if they play? What do you mean they played football? Yeah. I'd have to see a link. Yeah, what are you guys talking about, these other people? Is there a link to that information? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous for you guys to be chatting away about it when there's been no sharing of the information about other people. Okay, so no, you didn't send anything. You sent an article that I read and then a missing persons poster. Yeah, he left home at 4 o'clock. He had football practice. You know, maybe he goes home first. Who knows, right? I mean, it's amazing that people are already looking up, oh, is there any other missing persons in the area right away? It's only been 24 hours. I feel like the allergies just bog me down in here. It's just, ugh. You can hear my voice, right? It's kind of... Yeah, but I mean, where are you getting these to send them to me? Like, who made the connection? Hey, there's these other missing persons. So there's a guy at 20 years old, last seen near Speedway Grocery on Highway 99 Southwest, Thurston County. Another guy named Logan Snidelman, 20 years old. I think his car is still missing. I don't know, maybe I'll take a look at that later. I just want to see what happens in this one first. Okay, let's see.
This is a search dog. It's just now coming on.
Wow, look at that voice. That's like a
16,000 block.
16,000 block.
Just south of Millersylvania State Park. And that is the truck.
Oh.
That belongs to.
That's him right there.
Missing 17-year-old from Olympia.
Wow, we can go ahead and we can go try to find where to put this one.
Missing 17-year-old from Olympia. Gabriel.
They said it was in 16100. Oh, maybe it's right there. That kind of looks like a spot, right? Wait, I don't think that was the one I was looking at. Right there. No, it's more paved than that. This is 2019. But they said it was on a driveway in this block, so let's see. That's not it. Maybe it's that next one there. We probably aren't going to get to that other case again. the cold case, missing person. But I already have that one, all the newspaper articles on it. Yeah, if you guys can find TikTok and all that, just send me an email. We'll take a look at it. Whoa. we just did it like a time warp. Look at that weirdness. Well, look at that, 17,100. Huh. That doesn't really even make any sense. Ah, of course.
Gabriel Davies. He was supposed to go to Olympia High School football practice yesterday afternoon, but instead his car was found here and his cell phone was found near the car. It's reported as a suspicious case.
Oh yeah,
And then
there
this
we go.
morning.
Ah, so the main road there. That doesn't even look like the right spot. What are they talking about? Yeah, it's weird because there's no... I wonder if it's right here that they're on. Even though they're saying... maybe it's in there. And this might be the main road that they're on, because that looks like a highway. They would have said this road though, you would think. This one's also pretty busy. But when you look at it, there isn't any... there's no trees on the other side, so it's hard to reconcile the video there. See this? See, when the camera turns, there's trees on this side.
The sheriff's office
and
got
the
some
other
calls
side.
that last night around 7 or so, I believe, he was seen a good 3 miles down Tilley.
Okay, so now he's pointing down. So that means it's this way he's pointing. So down here is where he was last seen. So that's weird. It's almost like they're looking over here. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense unless you're in this area. And they have that 1600 wrong, and it's right here. Because now we've got trees on both sides. Yeah, this looks a hell of a lot more like it. And then that means it isn't in the 6100 block. Although, let's see what the address there is. Oh, well, it's 16525, see? God, that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. So, visually, unless it's on selfie mode, but it doesn't look like it is. Let me just check. No, it's not, because the license plates aren't backwards. And 6100 block is right there. Okay, 6,100. Was that right? Yeah, 16,100. Okay. And then 16,000 is here. So that means it's definitely this direction. There's no, it doesn't continue anymore either. So that means it's from here towards this road there. However, it doesn't really make any sense because if you watch that video again, crap, I'm gonna have to go find it on Twitter.
This is a search dog. It's just now come. Matt is the. Oh, I believe he was.
So just a little bit before that, the camera is turned. Oh boy. Am I going to freeze up again? Watch, my computer's going to freeze in 2 seconds.
is a search dog. It's just now coming on the scene. We're at the
Yeah, you don't need to help me with like landmarks and stuff. I'm just telling you.
Millersylvania
Technically, it doesn't make any sense.
And that is the truck that belongs to.
Look at what?
Missing 17-year-old from Olympia, Gabriel Davies.
I already have the
Supposed to go to Olympia High
16,100.
School football practice yesterday afternoon, but instead his car was found here, and his cell phone was found near the car.
That looks like a quickly parked
It's
car.
reported as a suspicious case.
And see, look at so it's looking down a side road, then it turns.
This morning, the sheriff's office got some calls that last night around.
So what he's doing is he's pointing at the park. Okay, so if he's pointing at the park, that means he's pointing in this direction because the park is over there. So that means he's looking that way. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. You go down to Street View here, and there's fields on the left. See what I'm saying? It's crazy. So that's this is Tilley Road right here. That's the 6100 block start there. Gosh, I mean, maybe we could just go in here, but then that's not going to be right, yeah? Let me see what the address on the mailbox is. Yeah, see? 16548. It's not in the right spot. Well, let's go this way. That's 548. Is it this way? Because it makes more sense if it's in this area. But that doesn't seem like it works that way. This should be higher. Oh, look at that. 16. So it is that way. Man, so Google Earth had this all messed up. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then I just showed you guys if you go, well, no, it's 6100. So maybe, okay, we're getting close because this is going to be 6208 right here. See? 16228. So that means we're still going this direction. Now, as soon as it gets below 6200, we're in the right block. Okay, now we're in the right block here. So it's going to be one of these, probably this one right here almost. Let's see. Maybe this next one that's a little bit more. Definitely could be something like this. Put a little marker there. I think that's it. That looks just like it. Hold on. And then you turn, and there should be a. I just feel like this is it. And there it is. Boom. Look at that. See that little transformer on the building? That. And let's see, is there another smaller one? I don't know. I don't see the other. This is back in 2019, but there looks like there's this other. I don't know. No, that looks like it's pretty good. Is there a little mailbox right there? Yeah. Although it's facing differently. Yeah, that looks so close. But definitely, I think, let me look down this one right here. Go back a space. And it just looks right with this tree damage. Look at that. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, just for the hell of it, let's see. Boom. 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 And there it is. Oh, yeah. Look at that right there. Look at ding, boom, ding, bing. That's right on that tree. See that? It's the exact same thing. I'll even put it right next to. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Man, that sucks. Hold on a second. You can't see it. I'll fix it. All right, watch this. See that? And right there, it's exactly the same damage on the side of the tree. So yes, we now have the correct area.
Vicious case. And then this morning, the sheriff's office got some calls that last night around 7 or so, reported as a suspicious case. And then this morning, noon.
See, I like to prove stuff instead of having it be, well, it kind of looks right. You got to have the exact place. All right, so now we know it's before that tree in the background. If I can get over one more spot, if it'll let me. It probably won't, though, and then you can't see. Well, yeah, it's down there. I think it's just right over here. So if I go up in the air, I think it's, the car was probably right in this area. So that's a little weird, right? He drives down there. Yeah, it's so off, Google Earth. Jeez. I guess that's 6,000. Maybe I should have tried like, but then I went 6,100 and it put me way over here. That's just not accurate because it's 65 over in here. So now things make more sense, right? In terms of location, he pulls into there and then he walks out this direction and then he makes it into this area. 15,000 block he's seen. And, you know, the direction he's heading is actually towards the high school, but I don't think he was trying to figure out how to get to football practice at that point. He didn't even have a phone to communicate with anybody. But some people said they saw him going into the woods in that area. I mean, this is pretty treacherous in here. Swamps. And he was there at 5:30, so it's not dark out. It's not like you're going to accidentally stumble into some water. I would imagine he probably knows how to swim. Most kids do these days. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who knows why anybody does anything? Why did he smash his phone? Why did he mess up his car? Why did he... You know, he was alone. They saw him. I wonder what their suspicious portion is. Just the fact that he's missing and the last time he was seen was over here. I don't think him... It feels like he decided to get out of the car. He decided to break the phone. He decided to leave the car. He's the one that decided to walk down the road. And then what happened to him at that point? I guess that's what might be interesting. He was 5'10", not as what the officer said at the press conference. That it was 5'10" his last ping. And it's not really that far. I mean, it's nowhere near as far down the road now. This is, let's just mark it from here to there. Boom, boom, boom. So somewhere in this area. That's 1.25 miles. That takes walking. You can probably do that in 12, 13 minutes. It's nothing. Because he's angry, Blake Starr. We've already gone over all this before. Here's what my theory is. And if you can come up with a better one, let me know. A better one, not a a conspiracy. Ooh, how about this one, an alien? You know, I want you to come up with a better one than my theory. That between 4 o'clock and 5:10, he received communication, you know, via his phone that was devastating to him emotionally. And he skipped practice because of it. Then he drove all the way out here, and then he parked his car. He just was a wreck emotionally. He smashes his phone. You know, he goes berserk inside of his car, and then he exits the vehicle. Now, the wallet's the only sort of outlier thing. Like, why would you need to empty the wallet? But who knows, right? Then he gets out of the car, and he starts walking, and he's alone this whole time. They've already verified that he was alone when he parked the car. He was alone when he got out of the car, and then he starts walking this way. Now, it's ominous that now we're in an area that is really thick vegetation. Let's see if we got something in July. That's a July shot there. And he could be anywhere at this point. So come up with a better theory than that one. And if it's better, I'll say, okay, that's better. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Wonder if you suffer from any new onset of undiagnosed mental... Yeah, maybe. If it's new and it was undiagnosed, then we wouldn't know, right? Well, once you know that he got out of the car and he was alone, then therefore he smashed the phone, right? Well, why would some... That's the way my mind works, is how I'm explaining it right here. Well, he once you get the information, you go, okay, he left the car alone, therefore he smashed the phone. Well, why would a kid that's his age, you know, a younger kid, smash a phone? Well, it's usually when they're really upset about a girl. That's my opinion. I think a girl probably broke up with him or something, and he freaked out, and he just drove over, parked his car, and he just looked at his phone. He was just really angry because that's where he got the information, smashed the hell out of it. Probably sent a text or something back, and maybe that person hasn't said anything yet because they're embarrassed or something. And I think that's kind of where it was. Then it led to him walking away. Well, it's almost a male version of Alice in Waterson, isn't it? Isn't that weird? Just kind of disappeared. So you guys were almost at the notebook stage. Almost. Huh? What do you mean over a girl/boy? I don't know what that means. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I can't really think of any other reason for just a kid to, I was going to football practice. Everything was normal. You're going to go have fun, do your normal football thing. And then you get some news on the drive, and you're just in a horrendous mood. I mean, we've all were like that when we were younger. And drove off, and then he took the phone and smashed it. You know? Sometimes people kill themselves. I'm not saying that's what he did, but sometimes they do that to punish the other person. Like, look what you made me do. Yeah, well, how do you know? I mean, what made you assume that he was gay or something, Paulette? I mean, that's, you know, he could be. But what made you even say it? Nobody's mentioned that at all. Let's see. Or were you just being ultra PC with your slash up there? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to know who it is, yeah. I think the answer to what the stressor was is in a communication between 4 and 5:10. There's something, a communication, there's probably multiple texting and phone calls, just that the last ping was 5:10 or whatever the hell, 5:20 you said, but that's when the last pings are. But I think there is multiple conversations that are going on before that, and the police are probably aware, but it made it hard. It's hard to track it because the text message, because the phone might have been smashed, so they're going to have to retrieve that or get a quick subpoena or something, get in there and get the phone companies to give them that information. One thing I was thinking about is, you're going to want to go check on the girl. There was this video. Did you guys see that Ring doorbell video where this guy went over to his girlfriend's house, ex-girlfriend from like 2 years before, goes over there and starts pounding on the door, and the dad's inside saying, "Hey, don't come in, I've got a gun." And he just kept pounding on the door, and he broke off the door, and then the dad just killed this kid, and totally justified and nothing wrong with it at all. He absolutely, the grand jury decided, they just go, yeah, no, that's definitely stand your ground. You know what's dumb is there has to even be a grand jury. It should have just been, yeah, this isn't even, you can't just break into somebody's house, okay? I mean, why did it even make it to a grand jury? That's what's more disappointing, is that a grand jury was even presented the information. What a joke, okay? That guy was just pounding on the door, and then he broke off the door off of its hinges, and then the guy killed him. He got shot, and then he ran into the driveway, and he kind of crawled around, and then he died. And, it is what it is. Stand your ground should just be a generic thing. Hello, everybody. When somebody breaks into your home, you have the right to blow their brains out. Yes, everybody. That is what we get to do as people, because who are you to break in? And I actually think the same thing with squatters. Like you own a piece of property and somebody's squatting in your house and they just get to claim it's theirs. Man, I think you just go in there and you just, if they don't get out, boom, it's not their property. That's part of like being, a U.S. citizen, is you have property, freedom of speech, that kind of thing. Right to bear arms. I mean, don't you guys agree with that? Like, if you own a piece of property and somebody's squatting in your home, and they just feel like, oh, I can just take it because, you weren't here and I came in, you should have a right to go in and forcibly remove them, and with deadly force if needed. I mean, it's like, it's not yours. What the hell are you guys doing? I mean, some of this, squatters' rights. What a joke. God, are you kidding me? That shouldn't even be a term. Squatters' rights. Wow. Who thought of that? Well, the killers, we're going to start a new one called Murderers, Serial Killers' Rights. Who are we to judge after all? I mean, shouldn't, the serial killer probably had a bad upbringing. We should probably sing songs about them instead of cut them down. I feel bad for them, Don't you? For example, I think we all feel bad for, people like, what the hell, who was that really tall guy again? My brain just didn't remember it. I did a whole serial killer Sunday on him. The guy that would have sex with severed heads of victims. Yeah. And that guy, I think we all feel sorry for that guy. Yeah, Ed Kemper, there you go.
fired out of midnight.
Camper, 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 Ed, camper, 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 Ed, a camper, 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 camper,
30, 30, now 5, I'm 35.
Yeah, we said that. Camper, camper, it camper, 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 it camper, it. That'd be a cool beat, like camper, camper, it camper, 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 it camper, camper. You go camper, camper, it camper, it. How can you? Camper, camper, it camper, 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 it camper, 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 it camper, 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 it camper. Oh my God! I just did it, man! And then you put a little. It camper, camper. Hey, we got it, man. Oh, yeah. That's right. Beatbox. All right, let's try you know, we got some time left here, okay? So I'm going to do the contest that you guys never do, but I'm going to do it slowly here. So where is this thing? Somebody just sent me something. Hey, can you find the house with this in it? No, we already found the house. Yeah. All right. Let me turn down my music. I'm going to make my own version of it, okay? I don't need any. Let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. All right. That's not the one. Hold on. File, new. Get rid of that first one. All right, here we go. It's just. All right, hold on. Oh man, that's tough. So it's like. No, then you have to have like a over the top of it, right? So then I think I need a new track here. Add a new one. So it'll be down here, and then I think on this one I have to put it right there and go. Let me hear that again. Oh yeah. Wait, why did it do that? All right, let's see. That was awesome. Man, I almost felt like that was me. I tell you what, like whoever wins this sucker, we got to put it on the it's going to be one of the sound effects. All right? Okay. Oh, that's going to be great. All right, let's see. Man. Yeah. Anyways, I'll work on that on the side. That might take a while. Yeah. It's hard to get, there's multiple sounds over the top of each other. Hear that? At a hut. Stupid. Woof. It's a dog, it's roofing. Is it somebody out? Woof! Is somebody out? Watch that, it goes, woof! Is somebody out there? Watch. Listen. You hear that? Is somebody? Okay, everybody. Yeah. Anyways, that's the contest. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll play it, and you have to come up with your own version of it. So here it is. I won't speak at all. You take this later and do it. This is the contest here. Here we go. Batshit. We all know it says batshit right at the end. Okay, but what you do is you have to take that and you make your own version of saying that. Not, I don't want you to tell me what it says. I want you to just make the sounds that make that, and then you send it in as a. The winner of the contest will give a hoodie to. How about that? I'll play it backwards. Wow, that would be weird backwards, wouldn't it? So far we've got. Here we go. That's pretty good. You gotta admit, that is already top notch. No, it doesn't say anything other than the at a hut. Yeah, you gotta just imitate what it says, not what you want it to say. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a journey that's haunted. Wow, whew, that's an active imagination. Now we're not going to get to the Laurie Depies case. Too much time on the other two. So no, why would we have gotten to it? Okay, here we go. Let's see. A journey that's haunted. God. A journey. Yeah. A journey. Here, look at here's TTJO's is right here. Here we go. Watch. A journey that's haunted. That's what I heard. A journey. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I can maybe hear that little a journey in the background. I don't hear that's haunted though. I think that was your own sort of wanting something to do with ghosts. Well, the show, I didn't have any more to go over these two cases. I think it's going to be a tragic ending. It's going to be weird. If it's something other than what it appears, it's going to be weird. Because I can't even... Can you guys even think of another scenario that ends in something else when he's the one that parked the car, thus the one that smashed his phone, likely, I guess. I guess he could have parked his car and then walked away and somebody else took his phone and smashed it, but why would they do that? I guess did somebody chase him? I guess let's see. He had something on his phone that somebody else didn't want him to have. They chase him down. He gets out of his car and runs from his car and gets away, but he leaves his phone in there and somebody else smashes it. Then later on they went and tracked him down. I don't know. That just seems such a less likely scenario, something like that. Sounds more like he drove there, he got out alone, he walked alone, he smashed the phone, he's the one that did the stuff to his car. There is a small amount of blood in there. Maybe it was him, hitting himself. Like somebody said earlier, I guess you could say maybe he smashed himself in the head with the phone. Right there, you go. He's like. Throws it because he's just really angry and upset. All right, so who's going to do the contest? You can do it slowly. You just take little parts. And TTJO, are you going to do that? Yeah, you just hear what you want to hear. It doesn't say the part after the haunted part. It doesn't even. There's not even more whispering after the words that you claim, where it says, "Hey, journey that." There's no the word, and then it doesn't keep talking anymore. So you say, then it says, "That's haunted." Okay, it stops the right after the haunted. So yeah, you got that. Maybe put that in there, but then you got to switch over to one of the other sounds. Yeah, definitely not what it says.
see. But here's what I want you to do, though. You got to do the whole thing, TTJO. So it doesn't matter what you put in the final contest. It's whatever sounds the most like. So you might say it says whatever you want, right? But when you're done, it has to sound like this. So I think a good way to do it is to do a bunch of the sounds that you think are, and put them where they're supposed to be, and then fill it in with the other stuff. Oh, who cares? Hey, do you think I sound like a genius right here? TTJO, listen to this. That's horrible. This isn't meant to be like, I'm going to sound like a genius when I do this, right? It's really just funny. It's like a funny thing. What do you mean, what program, please? What does that mean? I don't get it. Sounds like you're playing bop. It's too fast. I know, but you just have to imitate the sound. That's it. That's it. You got to make it sound like that, right? Stupid. Doop. Gilligan, little buddy. I mean, you might try to use Audacity is a free. This program that you see on the screen is free. It's called Audacity. Of course, though, if you have a Mac, you probably won't be able to use it. That's why I hate Macs. You got like this really limited thing where PCs, people make software, all kinds of stuff for you to do anything that you really want to do. Macs are really for, they're not even. It's not even better for art, but they make the sale to people about it. Oh, it's better for graphic. No, well, it really isn't. They use the exact same cards and everything in there. It's just a parlor trick that they trick people so you pay an extra $1,000 for it. It does hold people back. I wish people realize that Apple, at least the computer portion, are just shit for, like there's all these little gadgets and programs and things made that you can get on. You just go, oh my God, I can't believe they had that. And you have it on a PC, Mac, forget it, man. I mean, that's just the truth. They can sell you whatever they want. And like even my boss, like he goes, oh yeah, I love Mac phones, but man, I'd never buy a computer. You know what I'm saying? I just write code. I like use Python and stuff like that for, scraping the internet for search engine optimization. Great, I sent you an email regarding the man seeing Gabriel with another teen. Oh yeah? What about it? Yeah, Mac Pros suck. Okay, let me get to the I mean, they're not bad if all you do is like Photoshop and surf the internet and, maybe do some video editing or something. But if you have anything that you're just trying to, let me try to do this specific thing or this and that, it's so hard. How come people keep sending me where the house was? I already found it a long time ago. Are they on rewind or something? Or yeah, I don't have an email from you. I didn't get an email from you. It's grayhuze2@gmail.com. I don't know who this is. That's not your YouTube ID, S-dubs. You have to send me JSD. You have to send me your YouTube channel for me to look at something like that. Your email doesn't do it. You have to send me your. Oh, there it is up there. I see. It would have been helpful if you sent me the whole URL, but let me try it. Hold on. Yeah, that channel doesn't exist that you gave me, unfortunately. So, sorry about that. Yeah, it doesn't. You got the wrong one. You gotta just go to your channel on YouTube and then copy the URL and send it to me. That's all you gotta do. Hey, thanks, Tiffany May. Yeah, hopefully you don't have a Mac, Zozo. So if you can get the free Audacity program. Yeah. I mean, you know, you can use whatever the hell you want to do, you guys. So. Yeah, I didn't get an email from you there, Detective. Detective. Did you send it to me an hour ago or just recently? He's 16 years old. Yeah, my email's right here. Look. Okay, it's right there. Send it to that one. There's probably somebody else looking at it going, why'd they send me this? I'm waiting for this email to come in. Got the show on pause now. You know the same person that contacted my Skype a little bit ago? Hey, thanks, Suze F. Susef. They've sent me emails, and I just saw the same name. That's hilarious. They're all blocked. Well, good. Then you can get Audacity. It's free. It's a cool program. Yeah, the no mic one. Yeah, I have these emails from. They're like, what did I say? The Anik Das, wasn't that the one? Yeah. It says, "Hello, sir. I'm Anik, a professional digital marketing and YouTube organic promoter." There you go. Right, and then wasn't I called so mean because I didn't know what I was doing. That's hilarious. Look at this right here. Watch. These are in my spam junk folder. There's the same guy, Anik Das, right there. Hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. The email came in and... Okay. The email came in, but where's the... It didn't go to a link. You just sent me to a group. Is this guy right here? I'm 100% sure I saw him yesterday at Millersylvania sitting on the furthest buoys in swim area. Oh boy. 2.1, 2, swim area 2. Wow, okay, so what does that mean? I think, is that up here, up in this place? Okay, thanks for sending that. Swim, let's see. In swim area 2, is that really called that? Okay, well there's the park. I was fishing with my son and we were going into a dock, our boat. I saw him with another kid around 15 to 17. Huh. Yeah, but why would you break all that? No facial hair, longer light brown hair. He was wearing a silver chain around his neck and had a pair of shorts with a logo or something on one side. I don't know. I'm sort of doubting he saw anybody. Maybe it was in this lake right here. That one's the one that makes sense if he kept walking. You know, why aren't you checking the lake? I'm 100% sure the time it did seem to be in one side. Okay. He was wearing a silver chain around his neck and a pair of shorts with a logo, something on one side at the time, and did not seem to be distressed. Hope this helps. Hope you find him. He says, I'm 100% sure I saw him yesterday. So the same day he went missing, right? No, that's not the same. That's where you guys got these stories. Jesus. Alright, my son is missing. His home, Tilley Road, and 88, that was in error there. I don't know, this guy seems pretty sure he saw him in a lake. But with somebody, not by himself. So he was sitting on the furthest buoys. So wow, on a buoy, like that's in the middle of the lake, right? I mean, 2.2. So swim buoys and swim area 2. So I don't know what that even means. Is there a 360 degree? Oh, there you go. Look at that. Maybe it's one of. Maybe that's what this is called right here. Furthest buoys. Okay, it's like he. Maybe he's out near one of the buoys right here. I don't know. Who the hell knows? This seems like this would be the lake, though. Almost like it's related to the park. This one over here, not so much. Not this one. He didn't say which lake either. He could have called it Deep Lake. He could have... Of course, never happens. Okay, that's Deep Lake. So that's this one. Millersylvania Park is a public recreation area located on Deep Lake. So this is where it was. It's in this lake right here. Hell, maybe we're getting back to what Paulette Leonard said earlier. Who knows now, right? See, I'm kind of wondering if these buoys, is that's what they're talking about. Because now we're in the right lake now. Wasn't that you that was questioning what his, you know, orientation was?
Huh? It's a house!
Oh man, so many folders open now. I want to put that Twitter video where the car was found in there. Found out Gabriel's been missing. I've spent the past few hours discussing with my husband, who also knew Logan Schneidelman and Matthew. I wanted to give my 2 cents. Someone from another post outside of this group commented that when Gabriel was spotted last night walking down Tilley Road towards Millersylvania State Park, that he was wearing a blue long sleeve shirt and gray. Oh my god, way too long of a post there. It's like people don't have time for that. Let's see. Swim area 2. So I would imagine the swim areas are this, like, see how those buoys go around? So I think 2 would be, I think right here, 1, 2. I bet you it's this one right here. Right? Like, if you were going to number something, you'd probably go number 1 and then 2. And so maybe he made it over to here. And if that's true, then look at, there's a 360 right on this. And right here then. Swim area 2. On the furthest buoys in swim area 2. So he was out in the water? Out there? That doesn't make any sense. How do you sit? He was sitting on the furthest buoys. How do you sit on those? I don't get it. But anyways, that's the lake that guy claimed he saw him at. Right, and he goes to the nearest lake and hangs out with somebody? That doesn't make any sense. I don't think it's a 100% sighting there. Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. So, anyways, you guys, I think that's going to do it for me. Went over a couple different cases tonight. The first one, I'm going to have to remove the other case again. It's a cold case. But we talked about Laken Lewis. That one is weird. There's just so many different stories and all kinds of strangeness there in that one. Strangeness. It's almost as if she, left intentionally, right? In that one, and maybe this one's similar. Yeah, remember that? 100%, right, Dan? Yep. Why he took off in the swampy. Yeah, well, we don't know exactly if he went into the woods or not. That's just that one comment somebody made. One article said that. All right. So, thank you to Jessica Schubach, Kathy Friedenmaker, Billy Juliana, Georgina Stoliker, Tawny Lee, Allie Cake, Tina Susser, Janice Johnson, Candalee Woodward Stone, The Eerie Fairy, The Velvet Army, Paisley Dreams, Lindsay Cyphers, Fishing in the Dark, George Leonard, Billy Juliana, Allie Cake, Eugenie, Billy Juliana again, Jessica Schubach, Lori Fisher, One Sly Angel, S. Jab, Plato, Loretta Reyes, Lindsay, Tiffany May, and Suz F. Also on, let's see, PayPal, we had the Velvet Army. Thank you very much. Very generous donation there. Then TTJO and Perfect. Well, let's see. That says Perfectly Posh, but I'll just say Amy Higg. Thank you very much. Very generous as well. All right, so we get to do a notebook at least. Awesome, huh? This month, I'm still going to give out stuff every night, but I might have to make it less because we got to get really got to attack those DNA funds. I mean, that's $16,000 more dollars, but I know we can do it. You know, I think if I donate most of this one will be $7 just in 2 months, and then we'd have very close to that one's. Some of them aren't 8,000 though. Some of them are, 6,000 to 8. 8's like the maximum usually. So, but right now we have 5 cases in the works. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? Yeah, it's in Olympia, Washington. Yep. All right, so here we go. This is going to be for a notebook, you guys. Who's going to win it? How do you like them apples? Okay, here we go.
Wake up, everybody! It's end of the show time, and you know what that means? It means you have a chance to win a notebook.
And here we go. Here's the notebook. And look at that, it's Amy Higg. Oh, there you go, everybody. That was it. Fun. Hit that subscribe button, everybody. And 1, 2, 3, done. Yes, anyways, thank you guys very much for being here tonight and supporting the channel. Hit that like button on the way out. Maybe comment what you're thinking. And just realize sometimes I'm aware a little bit more aware when there's a troll or something in the chats, right? Like if I get 2 prank phone calls and a third one says, "Hi, I don't have a mic," and then you end up, then they're in the chat commenting, and then there are 2 spam emails, then I was correct, right? So here's the thing, that girl, the lady that was in here bitching and complaining about, "Oh, you're so mean. How do you know they weren't tech savvy?" They're not going to apologize for how rude they were earlier. You notice that? Because they'll just still feel like, you were still rude to the troll, Gray. You could have been a lot nicer to the troll. You know? Right. DJ or detective, huh? Maybe both. The new Detective DJ. While he's spinning records, he's talking about true crime in the background. Uh-oh, I just gave somebody an idea. They're going to be just turning the tables going, "Yeah, do you guys hear about that one case? Wah, 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 wah," you know. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We will see you tomorrow. I'll get to that other case hopefully tomorrow. I don't have anything else planned, but, you know, who knows, man. If there's breaking news in these cases or any of the other cases out there, or, you know, a family member wants to call up about one of these, then boom, that'd be great. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. And as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there. And also, thank you to Zozo and everybody else who was sending links and so forth. You know, I appreciate you guys sending me the TikToks and the videos and the various things like that. I mean, it does help out a lot. But here's the thing. If you're helping out with links or with sending me something, send me links so I can just click on it and go to it. Because when I have to pause, look something up, and then try to go find it somewhere, that's where it slows things down a little bit. But, I mean, I still appreciate it anyways. I can go look it up. It just takes me another minute or something. Wow. Georgina Stoliker. At the buzzer, man. Jeez. That's crazy. Thank you. Actually, I'll put you in for tomorrow up here, since we were already done, but, well, I got you in for tomorrow. There you go. Thank you, Georgina. Wow, very kind, very kind. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. She just got here. She thought the show was just starting, right? All right, anyways. Oh, wait, we gotta hear this. I gotta make more of those. Don't you guys think? Make a bunch of more of my own animations that go with that. Yeah. Alright, so anyways, we are finally finished here. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And thank you, mods, for all you do. Alright? Here we go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a... Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now.
Hey, Gray, that was interesting, man. Hey, way to go on the map there. You found the wrong tree with a...
Which I shot that.
Crime dissector.
Gosh, you are mean, Gray.
I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gray is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've attempted to fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender.
Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody?
All right, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Gee.
What? What does that even mean? You were like, thank you, then you went, gee, like you were upset.
Well, nobody was saying hi to me.
Oh my God, forget it, man. All right, we'll see you guys later, and be safe out there. Wow, what a sook.